Nothing ironic about it.
Mr. Speaker,
Ms. Luther, for what purpose?
does the gentleman yield for questions?
Will the gentleman yield for
I
questions?
certainly yield for questions. Yes,
Gentleman
ma'am.
yields.
Thank you. And so this bill is a Class A misdemeanor.
That is correct.
So what are the consequences for this? Could you explain that to me?
Well, you would have to, of course, it would go to the district attorney's office, and a Class A misdemeanor is, let me see if I have the actual penalties in front of me.
Excuse me.
Yeah, it's up to a year in jail. Yes, ma'am.
So, up to a year in jail.
Correct.
I've been to jail for 3 days for working. Do you think that that's a fair punishment for someone creating an image or a meme?
Well, it's a very serious offense.
Up to a year in jail, sir.
Well, we could do a civil fine, correct? And as of right now, well, going into session, there's 750 cases totaling $3.6 million in uncollected fines. So fining someone $500 in a campaign that could be $5 million, $10 million, correct? A $500 fine is a cost of doing business in an election. But if someone were to commit an offense of this nature, it would certainly get their attention
So
and
you're
hopefully
saying
prevent them from doing it.
you think a year in jail for making a cartoon that matches the offense?
It will be probation. You and I both know that. This
No,
will
I
result in
don't.
probation.
It literally says in your because I personally have dealt with judges who take a personal vendetta against you and make you an example. I have actually lived that my whole life. For working, I got thrown in jail. So I'm asking you, if someone creates a cartoon, they could go to jail for a year. That's what you're saying in your bill.
Now, what I'm saying is, and by the way, your circumstances and your confinement has nothing to do with this piece of legislation.
No, I'm talking about if the punishment matches the offense. I can talk about that all day long, sir.
Well, and that's your prerogative. This is a deterrent in using fake or altered media to drastically change the outcome of an election. And I think that's a serious offense, and it should be taken serious. I'm not taking this lightly at all.
So you don't think there's been political satire it's been a tradition in America for a long time.
Absolutely.
And if someone's
it will continue. It will continue.
Right. So now that you have this bill, you're expecting that to completely stop.
No.
And then if you're in an
No.
area like Dallas,
No.
they'll say, we're going to put you in jail for, we have J6ers that are in jail for doing nothing.
This has nothing to do with January 6th. I'm sure
No,
you would...
I am comparing the offense to the punishment.
Okay, that's fine. This bill applies to individuals whose political speech is currently being regulated by the state of Texas, either through statute or through rule of the Texas Ethics Commission. The persons, line 10 through 18, are already required to have disclosures. They have to have political ad paid for by. That's the same universe that is currently being regulated, that is being regulated in this bill. No new individual, no new person is being brought in to HB 366. I know that's the narrative out there on Twitter or social media. It is not accurate. This is the same universe that is being regulated currently that will be regulated under 366. All you have to do is disclose that you are lying to the public with your media. That video has been altered. It did not occur in reality. And that's all you have to do is disclose it, just like you disclose political ad paid for by.
So the first night that I was in jail, everyone looking at me, they said, why are you here? And I said, I was working. And can you imagine someone going to jail for a year and they say, what are you in here for? And they say, I drew a cartoon.
Well, it wouldn't apply to them unless they are currently also not following the law.
I will not be voting for this bill. Thank you.